All right. So in this video, I'm going to do two things. I'm just going to run through some various front-end frameworks, right, and libraries. Then we are going to look at coding tools that you need to get started with, right? So this is just a list of front-end frameworks and libraries. We have Angular. I think this should be the oldest framework. Then React JS, which is very popular. I think you all should have heard of it. Vue.js is also very cool. jQuery is a JavaScript library. Yeah, that makes you use JavaScript easily and faster. But it's becoming unpopular. Bootstrap is a CSS library. I think we've spoken about it. Material UI CSS library. Tailwind CSS library. jQuery UI. Yeah. Okay. There are some other ones like Handlebars, Backbone. Yeah. There are so many JavaScript libraries and CSS libraries out there. But what I will advise, personal recommendation. It's not, you don't have to stick with it. So, my personal recommendation is when you are done with HTML, CSS, and you're grounded a bit with JavaScript, I advise you pick up at least one framework, right? So because in the job market today, you rarely get a job on based on the fact that you just know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Majorly, most job requirements requires that you know one framework. So you're not. It's not a process you need to rush, right? So go all in, learn your HTML, learn your CSS, understand it very well, the core principles around it. Then pick up JavaScript and go deep into JavaScript. When you are solid JavaScript, pick up one of these frameworks. Although I recommend React because that's what I use, and I think it's there are so many React jobs out there. The Vue.js is also very cool, so either React or Vue, but I recommend React. Angular is also cool. Yeah, I know a bit of Angular and Vue.js, but I'm more grounded in React because I think that's where most of the opportunities are. So these are just my recommendations. Let's move further and explore some coding tools for you to get started with. Okay, web development tools have come a long way in a few years. You can read this up. Okay, so I've created a list of some tools that will help you get started, right? So the first one, which is the most important tool, is your code editor. Yeah, right? So that's what you use to code. So a code editor is a place where programmers spend most of their time. It's a place where all the programming magic are performed. So everything you see on your web pages, they are performed in a code editor. So there are a couple of code editors, right? So first is Atom, Sublime Text, in no order actually, Notepad, Bracket. Visual Studio is one of the most popular, I guess, and which I recommend, as you can see my personal. So most time in the course of this internship videos, I will give personal recommendation based on my experience. You don't really have to follow them. So that's why I give you other options. You get what? Yeah, if you are going with Visual Studios, I've dropped this link here, so I think you have access to this slide. You can just click on that, and it will take you to where you can download this. So I think I can do that. So let me click on that. Yeah, so it takes a page like this. If you use Windows, just click on this, you just download it straight up. Then was this Linux, I guess operating system. Then Mac, if you are a Mac user, you can click on this and just get installed and get right into it. So I think that is that. So let's jump back in and see some other yeah. All right. Another thing you need is a GitHub account. So if you don't have a GitHub account, it's very necessary, and I'm going to explain that in this. So GitHub is a hosting platform for version control and collaboration, right? You need a GitHub account. Is more like it's similar to like your LinkedIn account, where you show what you've done. A GitHub account highlights what you've done, projects you've worked on, repos and all that. So if you don't have a GitHub account, this is the best time to do that. So I dropped the link here also. If you click on it, takes you straight to GitHub. So I'll click on that also. It should take you to where you can sign up. Welcome to GitHub, and you just put in your email. It's a straightforward process. I already have a GitHub account, so I don't need to do it again. So let's jump back in. So another thing you need to understand is Chrome developer tools. Yeah, we are going to explore a lot of these things. It will actually help you if you understand how to use these Chrome developers to. Yeah, you can do a lot of things. So Google built in Chrome developer to help you do a lot of things, right? So we are going to use a lot. This is a lot because of this internship, right? So the last thing I put on this list is CodePen. There are other tools that you need to explore it. I think these are the basic four. So CodePen is a live coding platform, right? And it's used a lot. It's used a lot. You can just go there, go online on CodePen. You can start exploring things, trying things, and you get the results real time, rather than just going to your studio code and all that. So yeah, I think this is something you can play with and just get acquainted with. So I think that's all for the tools. So you can, yeah, you have access to this, so you should be able to explore. Yeah, so open a GitHub account, download the code editor if you don't have any yet. Visual Studio is my personal recommendation. Get a GitHub account. Yeah, we explore Chrome developer tools in the course of the internship. Then you can use CodePen to yeah, get acquainted with some things. So I think that's all for this one. So next video we are going to dive deep into HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So see you.